What is going on, guys? It's your boy Pacer, and I'm bringing you a brand new video. Vlog this time. It's time to sit in the car, obviously. And that truck had a huge fucking dent in it. Speaking of that, right now, we're going to the auto store. Take a look at some paints. So, yeah, I got to get a new Bondo spreader. Hopefully, this vlog turns out better than my last one, because my last one I had a different case on. I had a completely protective case, and it didn't capture really any audio whatsoever. So hopefully this one works better. So we're whipping the BMW Pacer Nation. It's fucking lit. We got some Logic, we got an Apple. And so, what I want to talk about was April Fools. So, if you haven't known already, April Fools is on the 1st of April. So, the whole auto collision repair lab, or shop, whatever the hell you want to call it, we all park next to each other at school. It's all the auto collision repair kids, in the junior class at least. So one of the kids decides to say, hey, let's pull a prank on our teacher. I was like, alright. So if you guys haven't known already, I've been working on this police bus. It's finally done. I got it done 2 days ago. And I told him that, I was like, alright, so this is what we're going to do. I'm going to tell the teacher that I buffed through the paint, which means like ripping through the paint in a way. And I just saw my sister. If you guys saw that silver caliber, that was my sister. But a buffer is an air powered tool, sometimes electric. It's basically used to get scratches and shit out of cars. If you guys don't know what a buffer is, that's basically what it is. And it gives it that smooth shine and shit like that. Brings the gloss back. She looked at me funny. That's probably because I'm talking to myself. Maybe she was thinking I was talking to my Apple here. But it's whatever. So here we are. Class is about over, right? I tell everybody, I get people out of the paint booths, I get people out of their jobs. And then I'm just like, alright, yo, we're about to do, because everybody was in on it. And the teacher wasn't around. I mean, he was around, but, you know, he didn't notice anything. So I told everybody as soon as they got out of the corner to have like a shocked look on their face, right? And so what we did, we took foam pad polish, which gives it its shine back. And we took the small buffer, it's maybe about this big, maybe about the size of a small gun or whatever. And we took the foam pad polish and we wrote April Fools on the side of the bus. I mean, it was buffed into the bus so you could just wipe it right off. Not a big deal. So he was like, are you gonna tell him? I was like, yeah. So I go to tell him, and I was just like, I said his name, I would say, his last name's Anthony. I was like, Anthony, you're gonna be fucking, well, I didn't say fucking, you're not allowed to say fucking, but you're allowed to say anything else. I was like, Anthony, you're gonna be royally pissed off at me. And he was like, please don't tell me any more bad news. And I was like, well, when you told me to buff the bus, I was using Fast Cut, and there was a spot in the paint where it wasn't strong enough. It wasn't sanded very good. And let me stop at this red light real quick so I can do this. Okay, so they're going. Alright, I got plenty of time. So I'm sitting there, and I'm just like, I ripped a hole in the paint of maybe about this big, and he, like, the look on his face was just, Like, he was so pissed. Like, it's funny. He turns the corner of the bus. Everyone has a shocked look on their face. He looks back at me one more time. And then, hang on a second. We're gunning it, bitches. Alright, so what he did, he turned the corner, he read the bus and looks down at me, like, cause he's like 6 foot, like 3. He looks down at me, and he just says, he looks at me and it says like a second later, "You dumbass." Like, it was the funniest fucking shit ever. But he told me yesterday that he told his wife, and he was just like, that would have been one more Mexican we had to send back to Mexico. And I started dying laughing. Or no, he said, that's one less Mexican they would have to send back to Mexico. I was dying of laughter because I'm half Hispanic and they fuck with me all the time. And he said that he told his wife, and she supposedly said, "Well, I know you, and you get so pissed." And he was like, he had me so pissed. I mean, he had a good laugh. It was all good, but like, at the time that I told him, he was so pissed off, is what I mean. And I'm just gonna take like a lap through downtown until I finish this vlog. I don't feel like editing it. But vacation was great. If you guys wonder where I went to Turks and Caicos. Providence, Ciales is what it's actually called. And I got some shit on my glasses. It's making me mad. But right now I'm working on this Toyota Corolla. Or not Corolla, Corolla or some dumb shit like that. I don't know. But it's blue and I'm repainting it. Shit like that. Just getting a fresh new paint job. I think this is the 5.0 right next to me. Maybe. Whatever. But spring break was really fun for me. I swam with sharks. So here's another story. I was swimming and there's like this barrier reef and it was outlined in orange buoys. That means you can't go inside of it. So you could snorkel around it and shit like that. And what we did is that me and my dad, we snorkeled around it. The waves were choppy a little bit out there, so it kind of started to freak me out. We're as deep as we can go. I see an eagle ray. If you don't know what an eagle ray is, it's about the size of a stingray, maybe bigger. It's the black ones with like the yellow spots or gold spots, whatever. It has a super long fucking tail. So that was about the halfway mark. So imagine a circle and then the halfway mark. And I swim back, and our chair was at the end of the resort. And so I was just swimming back to the chair and I didn't feel like walking, so I just swam all the way back. So while I was doing that, I was swimming kind of at an angle, right? So I'm kind of swimming like this. I look to my left a little bit, so I look to my left kind of like that. The next thing you know, I see a fucking shark. Like, I'm shitting my pants. I panicked a little bit, but I didn't panic like splashing and shit, yelling and screaming. Like, I tried to stay calm, but then Domino's got to refinish. Hell yeah! But after I saw that shark and I saw it was coming right at me, I got up on shore. I didn't fuck with it. But, you know, they say it's safe to swim with those kind of sharks. They were reef sharks, by the way, because you guys are wondering. But you gotta think they're wild animals. You don't know what the fuck they're gonna do. So, you know, I'm not fucking with that. I don't feel like dying. I don't feel like getting my legs chomped off or some shit. But it rained one day when we were there. I don't even know what else happened. Oh yeah, the plane flight. Okay. Look. We fly from Turks all the way to North Carolina, right? 2 hours, something like that. 2 hours, 30 minutes. I don't know. On the way there to Turks, we flew to North Carolina. My mom gave me a pill that knocked my ass out. Well, that shit didn't work on the way back. And on the way back, the flight was awful. And if you don't know me, I hate planes. I absolutely hate planes. So, I'm kind of like mellowed out though. But I want to sleep, but I can't. I'm wide awake. But I'm just super fucking cool. And I'm choking on an apple. We missed our plane in North Carolina on the way back. So that was really shitty. And then probably the reason being is I'm gonna take the long way around. Probably the reason being is because I got searched at the fucking security. They said there were too many planes trying to land at the time, so we're kind of like circling around the airport and the sky. So here we land. And we were late to our plane. So we're already late enough, let alone I get fucking searched down for like bombs, drugs, etc. And then the guy's a fucking douchebag at the baggage claim. My mom's like, sir, can you please hand me that bag? And he was like, no, I can't, we can't do that. I'm like, are you fucking serious? So that dude was a total prick. We end up getting at the gate like 3 or 4 minutes late. They already closed the doors. It's about like 8 o'clock. So we tried to get another flight to Cincinnati. It worked, but we didn't want to do it. Because we got to rent a car and shit like that. So we flew to Dayton. We got our car. I mean, after raising hell, there was a family of 3 that didn't show up, so we got hella lucky on that. I don't know how that happened, but we got lucky. That was crazy. The flight on the way back was good. I didn't really care at the time. I just wanted to get home. I just hate planes. I really do. I mean, other than that, it was a lot of fun. I had an awesome time. I should have vlogged down at the beach, but there were too many people there and I didn't want to seem awkward. But it's back to work, back to same old shit. It's just whatever. I was about to tape you guys to my dash. I brought some tape. I was about to tape you guys to my stand was being a hoe. So, that's pretty much it. I'll be live streaming tonight. MLG.TV/BNC_gaming. That'll be down in the description below. Make sure you guys do check that out, along with all my other social media. So as always, guys, when I'm at this red light, it's been your boy Pacer, and I'm out.